This man was about to be executed, but he remained unfazed. He offered a 100 million yuan reward to the media for his release. This news quickly spread through television, and countless gangs, upon seeing it on TV, immediately took action. Next, the man was put on a bus and waited for a police car to take him to prison. The bus driver was ready to take him there. Then, a police officer slowly approached. Unexpectedly, the first to defect was the officer escorting the prisoner. He walked straight up to the rich man and escorted him out. Meanwhile, a fellow police officer, covering outside, attacked the SWAT officers nearby. Another officer helped the rich man into the police car, but before they could escape, the SWAT officers launched a counterattack, quickly killing both traitors. The police prepared to transport the criminal to the nearest prison under the strictest possible escort. They had secured a helicopter to airlift the criminal. However, at that moment, a sniper aimed at the plane and fired a bullet, hitting its side directly, sending the plane swaying from side to side. The police were still unsure of who had attacked them. Another bullet struck the top of the plane, and now it could no longer hold on. It teetered and began to crash to the ground. Finally, the plane collapsed to the ground. No one could have imagined that $100 million would cause the police so much trouble. The police then deployed their most urgent special forces and a convoy to escort the criminal away. On the way, just as they were about to pass an intersection, an old man blocked their way. Thinking it was a real old man, the police prepared to give way, but the old man suddenly pulled out a machine gun and began firing continuously at the officers. Then, a large truck rammed into them. The truck was filled with gang members. From the upper floors, they dropped smoke bombs, then grenades, and then bazookas. One police car after another was blown up, and gunfire erupted in the streets. But just as the gang members were about to seize the man, they realized they had been tricked. The man in the police car was actually a dummy. A man was escorted from the sewers to a prepared car by SWAT officers. The man offered money, but the SWAT officer resisted, only for the driver to suddenly stop and point a gun at him. Another officer joined in, and the SWAT officer's resistance was futile, leaving him to be taken away. By the time the SWAT officers arrived, the traitor had already taken the man and fled on the subway. A large number of SWAT officers surrounded the train at the next station, but the subway mysteriously vanished. Returning to the end of the line, they discovered the train was out of service. The driver, alarmed, informed them that the traitor had taken the man into the sewers. The SWAT officers pursued him into the sewers and discovered footprints, which turned out to be intentional footprints left by the traitor, who intended to kill his pursuers with a flared mine. The traitor threw another smoke bomb to lure the man away, and the SWAT officers pursued him. The traitor reached the sewer exit, locked the iron door with a giant lock, and fled with the man. Special police arrived, discovered the lock was bulletproof, and immediately returned to remove the mine and secure it to the iron door with cable ties. Gunfire rang out, the door shattered, and the plane to retrieve the man had arrived.